morning, everyone. I'm in Berlin. It's very exciting. I'm also a little bit nervous to be here because I don't understand a thing that people are saying or a thing that's written on signs. Although I'm slowly learning patterns, like what certain words mean. Not that I can actually pronounce them. I can just recognize them based on sight. And so I'm pretty sure I figured out what the word for street is. I won't say it because I don't know how to say it. It's got some sort of like weird letter in it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm headed to the starting point for a walking tour. Done walking tours through this company before. Once in Edinburgh, once in Dublin. So this will be the third one that I do. They're really good, I found. Their name is Sandemans. And tell you what, I will put some sort of link to their tours in the description because I think they're amazing. So we'll see you when I get there.
Like somehow you just don't belong and no one understands you. Do you ever want to run away? Do you lock yourself in your room with the radio on turned up so loud but no one hears you screaming? No, you don't know what it's like when nothing feels alright. You don't know what it's like to be like me, to be hurt, to feel lost, to be out in the dark, to be kicked when you're down, to feel like you've been pushed around, to be on the edge of breaking down. No one's there to save you, but you don't know what it's
like. Now you're probably thinking, oh my god, Rob, it's freezing. How long is it going to take? But don't worry, because nothing happened back in 1237 AD. At the beginning, Berlin had, there was really nothing here. It was a small Slavic fishing village. The origins of Berlin are humble and also Slavic. The name Berlin is even from ancient Slavic. It's an old word which means a swamp. It's not very glamorous at all. It's basically a swamp. And that's the reason why even nowadays Berlin is quite smelly. If you notice this, you go around Berlin, you sometimes get a really nasty, almost sulphurous smell, and I promise you that is not the people of Berlin. That's the city itself. It's the swamp underneath the ground, and it has an effect on how you build things in Berlin even today. Now, let's say there's not much to say really until the early 15th century, 1425, a family of knights called the Hohenzollerns began to rule Berlin as the capital of Brandenburg, and expanded Brandenburg to the point where in 1701 they founded the Kingdom of Prussia. And this must be where it begins to get familiar. Prussians, you've heard of Prussians, the big moustaches, the helmets, the spikes on top. They are also, incidentally, the ones who invented the funny walk adopted by other generations. The Prussians were very successful. By the 19th century, Prussia was actually bigger than Germany is today. And in 1871 would unify with smaller Germanic kingdoms to form Germany. So the first time Germany really exists was 1871. It's therefore a very young country, and it was ruled by the former king of Prussia, who became the Kaiser or Emperor of Germany. Underneath the Kaiser he had a government called the Reichstag. And the Reichstag building built in Berlin is that one over there with the dome and the flags, opened in 1894. The big problem at the time was really the Kaiser. The Kaiser didn't have to listen to what they had to say and didn't. So he held the building in complete contempt. He didn't even call it the Reichstag. He used to refer to it as the Reichsmonkey House, which is basically what it remained until the end of World War I. The Kaiser had to abdicate, the monarchy was abolished. That then became the government of Germany in the Weimar Republic. And it's where the government of Germany again is today, but actually only since 1999. So really, really recent. And that is because of Germany's division and reunification. Don't worry if you don't know about this, we're going to talk about it on the tour as we go around. But let's just say for now, Germany was divided and was reunified on the 3rd of October 1990. A year later they decided to bring the government from Bonn, which is the city in the west, back to Berlin, and it came back here in 1999. And the building itself was actually remodeled by a group of architects, one of whom was a British architect called Lord Foster, Have any of you seen or heard of the Gherkin in London? You know, Big Kirby Castle, yeah. Same guy, he came up with the dome up there, which is the first thing which I want to recommend that you guys return to from sort of there. I've got a few things in this tour which I think are worth revisiting, and the Reichstag Dome I think is one of the best attractions that we actually had in Berlin.
Behind me is the memorial for the murdered Jews of Europe. There are other memorials for other groups. This one is for the Jews. It's meant to be a very interpretive memorial. My lovely tour guide Rob said that his interpretation is that it represents anti-Semitism. So the ground of the memorial slopes down in the middle, and the blocks in the middle are quite a bit taller than they are on the outside. Some of the ones on the outside are actually sunken into the ground. And so his interpretation is that, you know, before the start of World War II, anti-Semitism was something you could easily walk over, easily ignore, but it rose to the middle as the blocks do, where they get taller and taller as you go towards the middle of it, less easy to ignore. Another interpretation is that the blocks sort of look like they are coffins stacked on top of each other. So it's not exactly a happy place to be, but it's something that I'm going to walk through, and I'm going to bring you with me.
Do you wanna be somebody else? Are you sick of feeling so left out? Are you desperate to find something more before your life is over? Are you stuck inside a world you hate? Are you sick of everyone around with the big fake smiles and stupid lies? Or deep inside you're bleeding and you don't know what it's like when nothing feels alright. You don't know what it's like to be like me, to be hurt, to feel lost, to be left out in the dark, to be king when you're down, to feel like you've been pushed around, to be on the edge of break.